Oh. Oh. I'm tired. I gotta wake myself up here. Time for the Fears Podcast, everybody. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Fears. Empire Strikes Back. I got my Darth Vader shirt on today. All Star Wars all the time. I think the better question is why wouldn't you watch Star Wars? Hello? Anyway, what's up, guys? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the fans. Shout out to the Fears Podcast. Shout out to me. Shout out to you guys. That's right. All right, here we go. Let me open up that chat, and we'll get things a-rockin'. Well, I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day. I had a fantastic Memorial Day. I'm going to get things rocking and rolling here, and then I'm going to tell you guys about my Memorial Day. But it was a good one. It definitely was a good one. I hope you guys, in turn, had just as good a Memorial Day. You know, roasting some hot dogs, roasting some hamburgers, you know. If you have a loved one that served in the armed forces, be sure to thank them, you know. But yesterday was pretty good. Unfortunately, my dad has passed away, so. But while he was alive, I did thank him for his service all the time. And my dad would tell me about old, you know. Well, my dad wasn't in a war, but to quote a phrase, he would tell me some of the old war stories of him in the Army when he served. Thank God my dad never had to go to war. But my dad had two very important jobs. He was a military police officer, and my dad was a lot braver than me. And then on the weekend, he made $1,000 extra bucks and jumped out of airplanes, and he was a paratrooper. So if there ever was a war, a paratrooper would jump out of an airplane, deploy his parachute, and he would grab his weapon, and he would kill people from the air. Thank God my dad never had to kill anyone. But he got all the training in, and he had to, he did all that training, and he said he only had one bad jump, from what I can remember what my dad said. He said his very first jump was the worst, because you don't really know how to land. You train how to land good, but until you do it, it's a lot harder, you know, than done. Or it's easier said than done is basically what I'm trying to say. So he said he messed up on his landing and he twisted his ankle the first time. But he never had a break doing any of the jumps. And then after he learned from his lessons, and then every other jump was successful. But they say that the first jump is always the worst jump. And in my dad's case, that's what it was. So anyway, let's open up the chat. We got 4 people watching so far. There we are. There we go. Let me just open up. Yo! J-Man, what's going on? Good to see you. What's up, Fears? How you doing, buddy? I'm doing all right, buddy. How are you? Well, I did have 4 people watching, and then it went down to 1. So, I don't know. Maybe the internet is kind of crapola right now. But I hope not. I hope the internet is rocking and rolling. Anyway. Let me just open. All right, yeah, but everything's going good, J-Man. J-Man, how was your how are you and Mary doing? And because I haven't asked you in a while, how are you and Mary doing? And how was your Memorial Day? Let me know how it went. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Yeah, J-Man, I also did some new TikToks. So whenever you get a chance, check out those TikToks. You know what, dude? I have not checked out any of your video content on YouTube in a minute. I need to. Now, have you made anything new? Let me have a look here. The last thing I watched was Mary's Mail Day, which was 3.5 years ago. So in 3 years, you've made 3 new videos. Mary's TV movie cards. Well, that's pretty cool. And then Effects After Sally, and then MTG, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. But anyway. Well, I'll definitely have to check out... Man, you haven't uploaded a video in 3 years, man. Come on, get on that content. Well, I shouldn't say anything because it takes Fears forever and ever and ever to upload content. Not so much on the streaming, on the video content, but I have gotten faster. I have gotten faster. All right, coffee first. A new blend today. This stream is brought to you by Lava Classio. Hopefully I said that right so I don't get trolled the fuck out of. Classio. Medium roast, rich and full-bodied grounded coffee, my friends. Ooh, me likey. I haven't tried it yet, so hopefully me likey. Let's just give it a try. Coffee first. Oh, nice. Nice. It's not too rich. It's not too strong. Like it said, a medium roast. It's not too sweet. It's not bitter. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. I got my Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights mug. I hadn't used it in a while, so I thought I would bust it out. So, yeah. Johnny says, we are well, and we didn't do anything special this weekend. Just kind of had a chill weekend. I also had a chill weekend. To honor my dad and to honor all the veterans, my dad loved action movies. So I thought to honor my dad, I would watch all of some of my dad's favorite movies. So I watched as many of the Rambo movies as I can, because my dad fucking loved Rambo. So I started with, because I watched Rambo 1 a few days ago and did a review on it, because I had the Steelbook, I started with Rambo 2. So I watched Rambo 2, Rambo 3, Rambo 4, Last Blood, and then before I went to work, I watched Predator 1. But I was planning to watch all the Predators, or as many of the Predators as I could. Yo, what's up, Shadow Collector? It's Classio. C-O. Classio. Or Classio. I apologize. It's still good, though. Try this coffee. It's pretty good. 9 out of 10. So I just bought this, like, last week, and I ran out of coffee today, so I went to the cupboard. And I grabbed this one. So as soon as this is done, every time I go to the store, whenever the coffee is out, I try to grab a new one. Because then I'll find out which ones are my faves, and I'll get them again. And which ones are not my faves, and then I'll never get them again. So, yeah. Yo, Visions! What's up? Good to see you. Visions, check it out, dude. Everybody check it out. Check out Badass. I think the next time I go to Galaxy's Edge, I think I will rock the dark side. I'll rock the dark side. Oh, yeah. I got this at Walmart for like $6. Oh, yeah. $6. Oh, yeah, my friends. Because usually I just wear a very generic shirt to the park. You know, the light side or the dark side. But last time I wore this hat. And you guys haven't seen it yet because I haven't uploaded it. But I met Ray, and Ray was like, I'm not so sure about you. She goes, and then she pointed at my hat. She goes, are you more on the dark side? Are you more for the Empire? I went, oh, no. I'm like, this is just a gift, you know. And then she's like, all right, well, I trust you. And I said, I promise. I said, I'm all about the Jedis. I didn't tell her, though. I didn't tell her. As much as I love the light side, I mean, come on. You guys have to appreciate the dark side. Lord Sidious, which is the inspiration for Black Aldrin. Darth Vader, a little bit of Vaderish, you know. Let's see, who else? I mean, those two are the big baddies. But, I mean, there's other. Darth Maul, hello, double lightsaber. I think he's the only one in... Forgive me if I'm wrong. Because there's a lot, I mean, I am a nerd, but there's a lot stronger nerds out there. But as far as I know, I think Darth Maul is the only one to have a double lightsaber. You know, 2 sabers in one, you know, twirling them around. Now, there's others that carry 2 lightsabers, you know, 1 in each hand. But I think he's the only one that has a double lightsaber, 2 blades on 1 saber. I believe. Vision says, oh, Fears, nice looking print, tight halftones. I saw it at Walmart, buddy, $6. So if you guys want this, $6 at Walmart. Actually, I don't want to lie. I honestly can't remember. I think it was $6. It was somewhere. It was not over $8 though. I know that for a fact. So it's between $6 and $8 because I do not want to lie to you guys. I'm about 95% positive that it's $6. Well, probably 7 with tax, but I'm not 100% sure. It may be $8, so nothing over $8, like $8.50, somewhere in between them, $6 and $8. So somewhere around there. Anyway, but yeah, I saw it and I was like, dude, Darth Vader, why not? Bam, got it, you know. Anyway, today's topics are, I finally finished Are You Afraid of the Dark series, so I'm going to be reviewing that. And I also did some research. I printed off, right here, every single episode. There was, how many episodes were there? There was 91 episodes in the entire series, so I printed off every single one. And to show you guys, and I'm going to read off my favorites out of the 91. Now, not all of them were good. Some of them were absolute crap. But a lot of them were good. So today, I did some research, and I printed off every single one of them. I love research. I love learning about new things. So I did some research, and I printed off every single one of them. So I'm going to read off my favorites. And so if I don't read it off, that means that they were crap. And I shouldn't have to read them because they were crap. But most of them were pretty good. But not all. So there we are. So we'll get to this a little bit later. And then we're going to talk about my Memorial Day. And we're going to talk about your guys' Memorial Day. And then we're going to do 2 top 10s. In the theme of Nickelodeon, because this was a Nickelodeon show, I thought about the top 10 Nickelodeon shows that I loved as a kid, or you guys may have liked them too. It's going to be hard to narrow it down because all the new, I don't watch Nickelodeon anymore because I'm an adult. But when I did watch Nickelodeon in its heyday, there was a lot of cool shit going on, you know what I'm saying? So most of that list is going to be stuff that I used to watch as a kid. All the greats. Ren and Stimpy. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Double Dare. So those have already made it to the list because Ren and Stimpy is fucking great. Double Dare is fucking great. Are You Afraid of the Dark is fucking great. Pardon my French, but they are. And then we're going to do the top 10 YouTube videos. I mean, just in general. That one's going to be hard because there is so many channels I watch. And I mean of all time. So I'll probably pick a few of my favorites off of my channel. And then I'll pick a few favorites off of other people's channel. But that's going to be hard. But I will try to narrow it down to 10, my friends. J-Man said, I believe General Grievous had a dual saber. I know he had multiple sabers, but almost quite sure he had did he have a dual saber? I know you're right. I know he had multiple sabers, J-Man, because he doesn't have any honor, and he would kill Jedis, and then he'd be like, hey, fuck you, motherfucker. He would kill them, and then he would take their sabers. So he had many, because he had many arms that came out, and he said, all these lightsabers are from Jedis that I killed. And I was like, you son of a bitch, you know? But I don't know if he had a dual saber, but let's find out. Let's go to Google, and let me just, let me write it in, because Google knows everything. Did General, and then how do you, and then Grievous, let's see, Grievous, General Grievous, have a dual lightsaber. Alright, this is what Google said. While he is not connected to the Force, General Grievous has been trained in all forms of lightsaber combat by Count Dooku. Each of his mechanical arms can separate in half, allow him to wield 4 lightsabers at once to overwhelm his enemy. So that's what Google said. So I don't think he had a dual lightsaber. He just had many lightsabers. That's what it said. It said, while he is not trained in the Force, General Grievous has been trained in all forms of lightsaber combat by Count Dooku. Each of his mechanical arms can separate in half, allowing him to wield 4 lightsabers at once to overwhelm his enemies. All right, so there we are. So, not a dual lightsaber, just many lightsabers, my friends. Many lightsabers. Many lightsabers. But I'll be honest, 4 in each hand, that's a shitload of lightsabers, my friends. So, yeah. So he just walks around killing people and stealing their sabers? I mean, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, but again, he has no honor. He has no honor, bathroom stinks. So he's like, I'll just kill whoever the fuck I want, you know? So there it is. Anyway. Well, let's start with Memorial Day. I hope all you guys had a good Memorial Day. I'll be honest, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I didn't stream yesterday because as much as I like Memorial Day and as much as I like Veterans Day, it gets emotional because my dad is a vet. My dad was a soldier. So I just thought, you know, I miss him a lot, but especially on those 2 days. I think about my dad every day. I miss the bejesus out of him. I do miss him a lot. But my mom called, and my mom sent me some really nice photos. So my mom went to go visit him. I wish I could have been there. But I did tell my mom, I didn't tell her about the surprise party, but I said, well, Mom, I said, I'll come visit at some point. Shh, Mom's the word. Mom's the word. But, and she's like, yeah, I wish you could have been here. She's like, your brother came out, your brother's wife came out, your uncle came out. Now, my uncle was not on camera. My uncle's not really my uncle takes more of the photos than he's in the photos. But my mom sent me some photos of my mom, my brother, my brother's wife. They were all at my dad's gravesite. And because my dad's a vet, each one of them, there's millions of people in this military gravesite. Each one of them, there's a person that drives around like in a little golf cart with 1,000,000 flags. And in the morning, they drive around and stick a flag on every single person's grave, or near their grave, Well, my mom went above and beyond. Not only is the flag there that the gravesite people put, but my mom bought 2 extra flags. She bought like a big American flag, like stand, put it in front of my dad's grave. Had one of my dad's favorite trucks there, and if you go to my Instagram and look, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you look, every other person's grave is not decorated as good as my dad. I mean, it's not a contest, but my mom decorated my dad's grave beautifully. So that was kind of nice. I got to kind of see my dad, and then I talked with my mom for about 5 or 10 minutes because she started to get real emotional, and I didn't want my mom to cry because I hate it when that's one of the worst sounds in the world is when your mother cries. Or at least it is for me because I don't want my mom to be sad, you know? I love my mother very much. So so she's like, oh, I miss him. And I said, Mom, you're preaching to the choir. I said, I miss him like crazy. So it was good to talk to my mom. I talked to my brother for a little bit. And then I texted her back and said, thank you so much for the photos. I Instagrammed the photos, so if you guys want to check them out, they're on my Instagram, FearsMan26. And then to honor my dad, I watched nothing but soldier movies. So I watched Rambo 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the first Predator movie. Kevin Peter Hall played the Predator. In each of those movies, it has to do with like soldiers like doing their duty in some capacity. So I thought that would be nice. So always on Veterans Day and Memorial Day, I always watch every single movie I watch has to do with soldiers in some capacity. So yeah. Plus, I watched them because my dad loved all the Rambo movies, and my dad never got to see Rambo 5. I think he passed away right after Rambo 4 was made, somewhere in there. But he never got to see Rambo 5, and I don't think he got to see Predator 4. He saw Predator 1, 2, and 3. So, yeah. Vision said, why did you choose to skip First Blood? Well, there's a reason, Visions. Not that I don't like First Blood. I love First Blood. But because let's see, where is it? Because I reviewed, because I reviewed First Blood and watched it a few days ago for you guys, I thought, well, I've already watched this. But I hadn't watched number 2, 3, 4, and 5 in quite a while. But I had just watched this, so I thought, all right, I already watched this a few days ago, and it's not a bad movie. I love First Blood. It's probably one of the best ones in the whole series, you know. But I had just watched it a few days ago. I thought, you know what? I just watched that. I just reviewed the Steel Book. I'll start with 2, and I said, if I get a chance, I'll come back to 1. So that was my logic behind that. So, yeah. So, it's filling up quite nice. I still got a little space here, so I'm going to put all the color black movies right here. I had some room. This is all filled up. That's going to be a mixture of gray and purple and green, blue, and then red and yellow up there. Once this is all filled up, once all this is filled up, I'm going to move all of these movies. Either put 2 shelves here, because I think I can fit two skinny shelves right here and make a big one like this. Fill that up with these. Or I may keep these here and put a shelf in my bedroom. I haven't decided yet. Vision says, okay, Fears, that makes sense. It does. I just thought, you know what? I already watched that like a couple of days ago and I reviewed it. So I was like, but it had been a long time since I had seen Rambo 2. And I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen that in ages, you know? So, yeah. So, yeah. But there it is. Dude, if your DVD towers get any higher, you're going to need one of those ladders from the library. I know, right? It's getting a little bit out of control. That's why I need to get a shelf as soon as I fill up all of this. Because this thing is very tall. So I still got all that room up there. And then I still got more room on that shelf. But that shelf is only for TV. But until I get a shelf, I may use that for some shelf space. So yeah. So in the First Blood book, the Colonel tracks down Rambo and kills him. I do know about that, Visions. I would like to read the book. I'm being honest, I've never read the book, ever. I would like to read it. But when I was watching the bonus features on First Blood, there's a deleted scene on it where Rambo says, you're going to have to kill me. You're going to have to kill me. And the Colonel does kill him like the book. But they thought it would be a lot better to keep him alive. 1, to make sequels, which thank God they did. 2, as a marketing technique, they're like, well, it'd be a lot better to show the wounded soldier, like, get a little bit better and he survives all this hell and all this madness than just to kill him off, you know. But in the book, I know the book's a lot more brutal than the movie. And the movie's pretty brutal, you know. Like, he almost kills, like, 5 or 6 police officers. Then 1 police officer gets killed by accident, you know. But the book is a lot more brutal from what people have told me. Yo, Walter, what's going on? Shadow Collector says, I just ordered 2 more Steel books on Amazon. Nice! Which ones did you get, Jason? Which ones did you get? Yeah, I think the deleted scene has him committing suicide. No, he doesn't commit suicide. He, like, gives the Colonel the gun, and the Colonel can't do it. And at the last waking moment, when the Colonel's going to pull the trigger, but he's going to shoot it off camera. He's going to shoot it this way instead of at Rambo. And as he goes to shoot it, Rambo just forces the gun back into his chest and then kills him. So I guess that's kind of suicide. But the Colonel was like, "Oh, I'll pretend. Like, I'll fire off the gun, but it'll go off like that way." So, but like I said, thank God they didn't kill him off. You know what I'm saying? Because he's fucking Rambo. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope that's pretty much how I celebrated. And then when I went to work, then when we went to work, they said a little prayer at work for all the veterans. Well, actually, not so much a prayer, just the boss said a couple of nice words about the veterans. And then we got to have a little bit of a break, and they made hot dogs and hamburgers. And because I'm on a diet, I only had one hamburger. So, yeah, I haven't had any food today. I just had some orange juice for breakfast. I'm sorry, I forgot. Orange juice, 2 slices of toast, nothing for lunch, and nothing for dinner yet, except for this cup of coffee. So I've actually lost, not a lot of weight, but I've lost some weight. So we're getting there. So, because my mom called and said, "Have you been losing weight?" I said, "I've been trying." And she's like, "Have you lost any?" I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "Of course I've lost some." I said, "Just not all." But, so I had one hamburger. And then they were giving out soda, and I said, no soda. And so I said, "Do you guys have any water bottles?" So I had a water bottle and a hamburger. That's it. So, yeah. Normally, Walter said you just had one hamburger. How many hamburgers do you usually eat? If it's at work, they make so many that they make like over. There's so many people in the factory. There's always leftover hamburgers. Usually, I have 2 hamburgers. But I was like, no, I better just have one. So I just had one. And then I skipped the soda, and I said, "Hey, do you guys have another water bottle?" Plus, I was dying anyway because it gets hot in that factory. So I was like, I need some water, you know. I brought 2 waters with me, and I had already downed my 2 waters. And I said, "Hey, before we go back to work, can I fill my water bottle up, and then can I have a bottle of water? Because I'll drink the bottle of water first before I drink my bottled water, you know, in my thing with all the ice, you know." So it was good. And whatever grill they use, Walter, man, my boss knows how to cook a mean hamburger. So it was good. Let's see. Jason said, "I got Batman and then Batman 1989 and then Event Horizon." Okay, I've heard of Event Horizon. I don't know if I've seen it, though, Jason. Let me see if that's on the list. I think it's on the list. I think I already wrote that one down. Let me see if I... Yep, right here. I already wrote it down. Event Horizon. But I don't remember what it's about, though. I don't remember. So, let me re-watch the trailer. I think it's got the guy that played Morpheus. I think the guy, I forgot his name. Lawrence Fishburne, I think is his name. I think he's in Event Horizon. I think. Let me see it. Let me see if this is the right thing. Event Horizon trailer. I think I've seen. Yep. Lawrence Fishburne is in it. Yep. I think I remember watching this. Let me see here. Let's watch this real quick.
You found a new place that checks all your boxes. Now make sure your connected home is ready to go with Quantum Fiber Internet.
All right, here we go. Okay, I think it's kind of familiar. I don't know, man. I don't know if I've ever watched the whole trailer. I don't think so. Maybe. I can't remember.
At 0300 this morning, TDRS picked up an automated navigation beacon broadcasting at 2-minute intervals in Neptune orbit.
It looks good. It looks really good so far.
Horizon. She's come back.
Oh yeah, I know what this is. Yeah, it's got the guy that played Alan Grant in it. Yep, I've already seen this. All right, I'm not gonna watch the rest. I've seen this. I've seen this. I mean, I've seen the trailer. I've never seen the movie, but because usually if it's on the list, usually 10 times out of 12, that means I've already watched the trailer. I just wanted to make sure. By the way, a convention is coming up. I forgot to tell everybody. June 8th, so we're getting very close. I probably will vlog it, so then I'll be another fucking vlog behind. But this one is worth filming because the Orlando Collectors Fest is always a good show. Lots of collectibles there. Lots of movies there. Last time I bought like 4 or 5 Blu-rays at the Orlando Collectors Fest. That's where I got Logan's Run. I had never heard of that. And I was like, yo, Pixel, yo, Visions, have you ever heard of Logan's Run? And they're like, oh, yeah, Fears, that's a good one. That's where I got it. I got Logan's Run at a convention. And I'm pretty sure I got it at the Orlando Collectors Fest. So, if you want to come to Florida and hang out with Fears, Fears will be at Orlando Collectors Fest. June 8th, right here. And to get tickets, all you do is go to FloridaToyShowsAndExpos.com. That's right. Or just go to my buddy Jeff's Facebook page, Florida Toy Shows and Expos. You can buy both tickets at both places, my friends. But, of course I knew you were going to get Batman, Jason. Jason, you know how much I love Halloween and, like, Ghostbusters? Well, Jason is on crack when it comes to Batman. Anything Batman, but especially Michael Keaton Batman. So as soon as you said that, I was like, well, that makes sense. You like Batman. I like Batman too. And thank God Michael Keaton came back for one last hurrah. You know, The Flash. I gotta say, Jason, even though he's like old as fuck, I mean, we're all gonna get old as fuck one day. Pardon my French. But he pulled off Batman pretty well as an old guy. You know, he had the suit on. The original Batmobile was in there. The Batcave was a rockin'. It looked pretty good to me, you know? Anyway, I'm going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. I need to turn on the fan because it's getting hot. It's super hot outside. It's like 102 out there today. I didn't go out, but when it's hot out there, it bakes my fucking apartment. So I got the AC a-cranking in here, and I'm also going to turn on the fan. But I'll be right back because I got to use the restroom. So while I'm gone, just go ahead and study Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because that's coming up next. So I'll be right back. There we go. I had to turn on the fan. It was getting really hot. I gotta say, guys, listen, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I love living in Florida. Don't get me wrong. I love living in Florida, but man, sometimes that humidity is a son of a bitch. So I got the fan rocking. Now I got the air flowing. It's good. I got the AC I cranked. Man, it is like 102 out there. I don't know about now, but earlier it was. But man, the sun is still out. So it's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. All right. Let me get back to the chat. But yeah, man, I could see why Jason would want to buy Batman. Because one, it's fucking great. I can only imagine what the Steelbook looks like. Plus, you love Batman. You know what? Real quick, let me have a look at the Steelbook and see what it looks like on Amazon. I bet you it looks amazing. Let's see here. Amazon. Okay, here we go. Jason, usually I buy a lot of stuff. The hard movies like those really hard like gems to find, I go to Etsy and I go to eBay. But if it's just a normal, movie like everyone has seen it, I usually go to Amazon. Like for that big truck, that Thunder Run, that trucker movie, that took me 2 years of searching on eBay. Everywhere. eBay, I was Etsying it up. eBay could not find it. Finally found the guy that said, well, I taped it off my television, but it's in high quality, and I could burn it onto a disc for you. And I was like, sweet. I said, how much? And he was like, $10. I was like, dude, you burnt it off your TV. How about, let's say $5, I said, depends on how good a quality is. And actually, it is pretty good quality. And he said, all right, he goes, how about that? So I got it for like $5.50. I wasn't about to pay $10 for that crap, It's crap, but it's great crap, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it would have been like a Blu-ray, I would have been like, oh, absolutely, $10. I was like, it's off your television, though. $5, $5.50-ish. What do you say? And he was like, all right. And I was like, yeah, damn right. All right, let's go to Amazon because I'm kind of curious to see what this Steelbook. So here we go. 1989 Batman Steelbook. Let's see what it looks like. Steelbook. Ooh, nice. I love it. It's got the bat signal, and then it's got the city behind it. I'm liking it. That looks awesome, dude. $29.96. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, you know what? They've got 2 different versions of it, Jason. There's one that's got a blue background with the black Batman back signal. And then if you scroll down, it's got an all black cover, just the facade of Batman. It says Batman all in black. So it's a facade of him, and that says Batman in white letters. So you'll have to get 2 versions of Batman, my friend, because there's 2 Steelbooks out there. Nice! That's awesome. And then Batman 4K, 4-film exclusive limited edition Steelbook. Oh, okay, so now there's 3 versions. Oh, wow. There's a lot of versions out there. And then they got Batman Bad Blood Steelbook, which is like a cartoon. That one's pretty sweet. I've seen that one before, but it's been a long time since I've seen that Batman cartoon. But I have seen it. It's been a long while. I can't even remember what it's about, but I know I've seen that. Wow, that's cool. 3 different versions of the Steelbook. Well, the other Steelbook is a little bit more money because you get 4 films in it, so I can understand why that is a little bit more expensive. Plus, they're not Blu-ray; they're just DVD. So there we are. But that still looks pretty cool. But the other 2 are Blu-ray and 4K. I like them both. I think the cover art on both of them look fantastic. I'm liking it. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. And then let's see what Event Horizon. Let's see what that Steelbook looks like. Let's see. Event Horizon. Let's see what this Steelbook looks like. I know that has to do with like aliens and shit. Event Horizon Steelbook. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, shit. Yeah, that one looks really good, too. Oh, wow. Nice cover art. I like it. It looks good. Event Horizon Limited Edition Steelbook 4K. Oh, and then they got another version of it with like a skull with lightning bolts on it. Oh, nice. So they have different versions of it. I like it. Oh, and then they have Event Horizon Steelbook Combo, 4K and Blu-ray. Nice. That one looks good too. That one looks really good. So they got 3 versions of that too. Then they have the Blu-ray Collector's Edition. So that one's good. And then they have another Blu-ray of it. Oop, they got this. Oh, and they also have a steelbook of the of Beetlejuice. I don't have Beetlejuice, the steelbook, yet. I have Beetlejuice in Blu-ray, but I don't have the steelbook. That looks pretty good too. That one looks pretty awesome. Usually the steelbooks, I gotta say, have the best cover art. I mean, fucking amazing. Like, one of the best steelbooks I've ever gotten is probably the Killer Clown one. I know it's kind of a cheesy movie, but they had a lot of special effects in it, and it has the best cover art on it. I've shown it to you guys. It has amazing cover art. Amazing. So, yeah. Amazing cover art. All right, let me get back to the chat, and then we'll continue on. But, hey, man, those are 2 good choices, Jason. Event Horizons and then Batman. Fucking Michael Keaton style. Oh, yeah. Who are you? I'm Batman. You know? And then, you know what's great about that scene? Is before Batman ever shows up, those 2 fucking hilarious guys are, like, bitching and moaning about, like, the money. He's like, yeah, but man, you shouldn't have pulled the gun on that kid, man. You shouldn't have pulled the gun on the gun. And he goes, hey, you want your cut of this money? Shut up. Shut up. And his fucking cigarette is flying up and down as he says it. That shit makes me fucking lose it. Like, as he's talking, his fucking cigarette is flying up and down. And he's like, hey, man, you shouldn't have pulled the gun on that kid, man. You shouldn't have pulled the gun on the kid. And he's like, hey, shut up. You want your cut of this money or what? Now shut up. Shut up. And his fucking cigarette is flying up and down every single time. I don't know that guy's that actor's name, but man, he did a good job. I'm fucking losing it because his cigarette is flying up and down, and I fucking lose it. It's fucking hilarious. And then the tall guy gets kicked in the chest by Batman. He goes flying through a door. Then the short guy tries to run. Fucking Batman batarangs him, pulls him back, grabs him. He's like, don't kill me, man! Don't kill me! And he's like, I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me. Who are you? I'm Batman. You know what? Jason, I know they would never do this, but just to be hilarious, he should have grabbed him by the t-shirt, pulled him forward and go, I'm Batman, bitch. Yeah, I'm Batman, biatch. That would have been hilarious. I'm Batman, bitch. That would have been great. I know they never would have done that, but that would have been great. All right. Let's get back to the chat. But good choices. Event Horizon and Batman, pretty good. I will have to add them to the collection one day. So, yeah. So, there we are. Vision says, well, glad you had a good Memorial Day, Mr. Fears. Well, thanks, Visions. I did. It was a little emotional because obviously I miss my dad a whole lot, but to honor him, like I said, I watched all of his, or not all, most of his favorite movies. He loved the Rambo series. It sucks my dad never got to see Last Blood, because I know for a fact my dad would have loved that, especially the ending, like when he turns his farm into like a booby trap central. It's booby trap central, man. And one of the best booby traps is some guy tries to enter his house, and he sets up a fucking arrow, and an arrow goes right through the guy's, like, fucking throat. And then he's like, ugh! And then he just falls down and shit. That one's fucking great. I mean, there's other good booby traps, but that's one of my favorite booby traps. And he also uses the machete that he made from Rambo 4, which is called Rambo. And then he also uses his new knife, the Heart Stopper, cuts out the dude's fucking heart, grabs it, throws it on the ground, stomps on his fucking heart. I'm like, yeah, kill that motherfucker. I know my dad would have liked that one, Visions. I know for a fact he would have. I know he never got to see that one, though, and it sucks. I wish my dad could have saw that one, but they made it, I believe they made that film after he passed away. But yeah, it was a pretty good Memorial Day. What about yours? Did everybody have a good Memorial Day? Let me know what you guys did for your Memorial Day in the chat. Let me know. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Shadow Collector said the design isn't anything special. I don't know, man. I liked that design, Jason. So I'm gonna disagree with you. I do like both versions of it. I like the first version had the Batman and the bat signal. That looked pretty badass. The other one had a facade of Batman, and it was all black except for, the white letters Batman. I thought that was pretty badass, so I liked both versions. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular, like you were. I do agree with you on that, but it did look pretty cool, so I just wanted the upgrade on 4K. Fair enough. But I'm telling you, some of the cover art is amazing. That cover art was pretty good, but I'll give you an example of, cool cover art. Jason, you've got to watch this one. Silent Night. This one's really good. It's a big action movie. This cover art is fucking amazing. Then, I know you'll probably never watch this one, but, look how great this cover art is. That cover art is amazing. I know you'll never watch this one. Jason, you'll like this one. I know for a fact you're not going to watch this, so don't waste your time, but watch this one. This one's really good. And then, even this comedy Galaxy Quest has great cover art. Never Give Up, Never Surrender. The cover art on these are, spectacular. I'll put these away later, but the cover art is pretty good, my friend. I just wanted the upgrade on 4K. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I finally got a 4K player, so I can finally fucking watch 4K films. Fears is getting better with my technology, my friends. So now I can watch, on my 4K, I can watch DVD, Blu-rays, 4K. I finally sat down and fucking watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 4K, motherfucker, and that was great. Event Horizon is rocking and partying. Yeah, well, that's what I've heard, Visions. The only thing I've ever seen is the trailer. But it looks good. Plus, it's got Lauren Fishburne in it. Morpheus, fucking the Matrix style, baby. So I'm really looking forward to watching it. Oh, yeah. Walter, that's a good one. Top 10 Spielberg films. I think I've already done that one, didn't I? I think I've already done that one, Walter. But I've never done top 10 Tim Burton films, so I'm going to write that one down. So we can do that one tomorrow. Top 10 Tim Burton. And there's a lot of good ones. Tim Burton has done a lot of interesting movies, but good movies. But Batman will be in there because he directed Batman 1 and Batman Returns, Batman 2. Batman 3 is all right with the Riddler. I did like Batman 4, Batman and Robin is fucking terrible. It's terrible. Batman Begins is good, and then all the other Batmans are pretty good. Jason, I know you've probably seen it. Have you ever seen the 1969 Batman movie? Even though it's cheesy as hell, with Adam West and Burt Ward, it's classic movie history material, my friends. I have that on Blu-ray, too. So, yeah. That's a good one, Walter. Top 10 Tom Hanks films. Because I do like... Tom Hanks is like one of my favorite actors. He's not my favorite actor, but he's one of my favorite actors. So, we'll definitely do that one. Top 10 Tom Hanks movies. And yes, Toy Story counts. He did act in it, even though it's a cartoon character, Woody. Woody is a fucking great character, though. Run like the wind, He's all like fucking cowboying it up and shit, So there it is. All right. So I wrote those down. Whole Milk says, well, are you afraid of the dark, Fears? I am not afraid of the dark, but I enjoyed watching Are You Afraid of the Dark. It was kind of nostalgic. Brought me back to my childhood. Because I hadn't seen that shit since I was 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there. Because that's when it came out. And That's when I watched a lot of it, when I was around 8 or 9. Look at these little tassels in the back. I need to get my hair cut. See it? See these little tassels, like, coming up and shit? It's getting long, man. It's getting long. I need to get it cut. So, yeah. I've just been lazy and I haven't got it cut yet. But, so I compact it underneath my hat, my friends. So, yeah. Let's see. Top 10 favorite cars in movies. Oh, that's a good one. Like movie cars. And that's going to be hard because there is a lot of kick-ass movie cars in movies. Obviously, the Ecto one is going to be at the top of the list. But a Knight Rider, even though it's not a movie, it still counts because it's a fucking great movie car. It's in a television series. But I would think that still counts. Plus, if you guys have watched some of my work, Fears not only did I get to drive the Knight Rider car at my friend Steve's house, he was a big Knight Rider fan. Unfortunately, my friend Steve passed away, but his family still owns his Knight Rider car. But I heard about his passing a couple of years ago. Not only he bought one of the original jackets that Michael Knight wore, so I got to wear that for our short film. And he goes, Fears, just be careful. He goes, don't rip it. I said, I'm not going to rip it, man. This is fucking David Hasselhoff. You know, I got to wear the jacket. He had a fake gun that came from the movie, so I got to use that fake gun. And he must have spent millions of dollars on these props. And he built his own Knight Rider car. I got to drive it. And you guys have seen that short film. That's one of my favorite videos that I've ever created. It was so fun. I made a vlog out of it. We shot for a week at his house and in his city. I went to Kansas City because he's from Kansas City, Missouri, and we shot all around the streets. And I was doing 90 down the fucking the street. I was like peeling around corners and shit. It was fucking great. Thank God, me and Steve never got caught by the cops. Just think if I would have got a speeding ticket in the fucking Knight Rider car. I rolled down the window, license and registration. Listen, I'm Michael Knight, bitch. I can get away with anything. Fuck you. I'm not giving you my license, for anything. But we never got caught. We never got caught. And we made YouTube history. Well, at least YouTube history for my channel. So yeah, Walter and Bathroom Stinks, I will do top 10 Tim Burton tomorrow and top 10 Tom Hanks movies for tomorrow. Thank you for your suggestions. I will get to them. But those were good. Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot to put top favorite movie cars. Movie cars. I got them. Did he die by the hands of a supervillain? That's pretty funny, Visions. No, I think he died of, I can't remember. I think it was cancer, but not the type of cancer that my dad got. Another type of cancer, which sucks because Steve was a really nice guy. And he's been in a vlog. He was in the Knight Rider short film, and then I made a behind the scenes on how we made the short film. So he's been he's been on the main channel. He's been on the vlog channel twice. Because I met him at Comic-Con, and then at Comic-Con, we became friends, and I was like, dude, you have no idea how much of a fan of Knight Rider I am. I said, would you want to, shoot a video, in your Knight Rider car? And he's like, yeah. He's like, add me on Facebook. We can do something like that. I did. We started talking. We became friends. So he was a good guy, Visions. Very nice guy. I think it was some type of cancer, but it was a long time ago. He died about 5 or 6 years ago, so it's been a while. But very cool dude, very nice guy. I couldn't go to his funeral, though. One, I had to work, and two, the family didn't want any friends there. They just wanted family there, which I can understand, Because I did want to go to his funeral because he was a very nice guy. Good friend, good guy. Cracking jokes, as always. We blew so many takes because he would make me laugh or something funny would happen. I remember one time, I think it's in the blooper reel. I think I made a blooper reel of our... I had to go use the restroom, and I accidentally forgot to zip up my fly. And so I'm acting, I'm Michael Knight, and I got the fucking gun waving and shit. And then he goes, hang on, Fears. He goes, zip your fly. And I looked down, and I went, oh shit, my fucking fly's open. And then he started laughing hysterically behind the camera. And he goes, come on, Fears, that's fucking hilarious. I'm like, it is fucking hilarious. And I zipped up my fly, and I went, all right, I'm ready to go now. Let's do it. So, yeah. So, very, very good guy. Very nice. It's a shame that he passed away. But I'm not 100% sure, Visions. I think it was some type of cancer, but I know his family's got all of his props still. They still got the jacket that he bought that Michael Knight, that David Hasselhoff wore. And I asked him, I said, how do you know that it's... And he said, well, I have an authenticity card with it, Fears. He goes, plus, I met David Hasselhoff at Comic-Con, and I had him sign it. So he said, it's the real one for sure. And I said, which one is it from? He said, I think this jacket's from season 3 because they had 4 seasons. And I went, oh, that's what's up. Plus, season 3 is one of the best seasons because they do a lot of upgrades to the car. They have a lot of upgrades to the car in season 3 and 4. Season 1 and 2, they have a couple of upgrades to the car, but not many. Season 3 and 4, they went fucking nuts with the upgrades. So, yeah. That absolutely, Visions. R.I.P. to my friend Steve. So, yeah. Nope, no college stories tonight, Walter, but I've got a million, not just college stories, I've got a million stories that have happened to Fears. Some good, some bad, some hilarious throughout my lifetime, because I was a crazy, wild motherfucker back in the day. You dared Fears anything to do back in the day, and I would do it. I would do it. I'm getting old though, so not so much around this time. But yeah. Usually it happens when you get me, Eric, Tom, Trent, Jesse in a room, my old high school friends. That's when the dares start. Hey, Fierce, do this. And it's not just me. Trent would never do that. Hey, Trent, yeah, do it. We were a wild group. Wild group, my friends. But anyway, but yeah. Yeah, Steve was a good guy. Steve was a really good guy. Oh, shit. Walter says, okay, I'm leaving that. No, don't leave. Don't leave, Walter. You son of a bitch. What, are you just here for the fucking stories? You know what, Walter? You're getting blocked. You're blocking. You're done. No, I'm not going to block you. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. If you have to leave, you have to leave. But no, stay, buddy. Stay and hang out. Stay and hang out. Stay and hang out, my friend. All right, here we go. Top 10 YouTube videos. This is going to be hard, my friends. This is going to be hard. All right, number 1. I'm going to pick some of mine and then some movies that people have made. Number 1, I love Randall's Thrilling 3. You know, the first one. The sequel, it's all right. But the first one, that's me. I'm David Down. I'm a superhero. I run a superhero group called the Thrilling 3. There's me, Boring Master. Not that I'm boring, mind you. I can just withstand any amount of boredom. The Thrilling 3, if you guys have never seen Randall's short film, is amazing. Fantastic. Epic. 10 out of 10. So, number 1 is the Thrilling 3. The Thrilling 3. Number 2, I would say the very first Fears Man. It's 20 minutes long. It gets you excited. The very first Fears Man. The third one, I know this is wrong to say, but it was hilarious. I don't mean to make fun of Dragon, but I could not believe that he did this. Whenever he pulled out a gun and said, I'll kill everybody! Fuck you, you motherfuckers! And I'm like, what are you going to do? I'm like, you're going to pull out a rifle and what? You're going to shoot your computer screen? It was fucking hilarious. Even though me and Dragon don't really get along, and I haven't talked to him in years. I mean, it's been like 5 or 6 years since I've said anything to the dude. But I got to put that one on the list because it was fucking hilarious. So I'm going to say Dragon pulling out a gun. And not just any gun. He pulled out a fucking rifle. right, number 4. Let's see what else. Oh, what's that vlog that Casey Neistat made? Hang on. He met Wesley Snipes. What's that? Hang on. That's one of my favorite vlogs that Casey Neistat made. He was waiting in the airport, and I don't think Wesley Snipes was on the same flight as Casey Neistat, but he met Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes is in the fucking vlog for at least a minute or two, and I gotta figure out the name of that. Let's see. Casey Neistat meets Wesley Snipes. Hopefully this pulls it up. Oh yeah, here we go. Incredible first class review featuring Wesley Snipes. Yep, this is it. So I'm gonna say number 4 is Casey Neistat Wesley Snipes vlog. That's a good vlog. What it's really called is Incredible First Class Review featuring Wesley Snipes. If you've never seen that vlog, it's fucking amazing for 2 reasons. One, I love the edits that Casey Neistat puts in it. Also, he talks to like Wesley Snipes for like 2 minutes. And it's great because it's out of nowhere. He goes, I'm coming up to first class to irritate this guy. And then Wesley Snipes is right there. When I saw it, I was like, that's fucking Wesley Snipes. I'm like, what the hell is he doing here? So, yeah. So, Casey Neistat, Wesley Snipes vlog. All right, number 5. Man, this is going to be hard. Let's see. Probably the Knight Rider short film that I made. Knight Rider. Again, I told you, it's going to be hard. And then 6, probably The Lonely Ghost. I'd say that's one of my best short films ever. The Lonely Ghost. I put a lot of thought and effort into it. I wrote a script. I rehearsed the scenes with my friend Ethriel, which plays the widow. We went to an actual graveyard and shot it, and I bought that suit for it, and I still have that suit. It's back in Missouri, but I still have that suit. So The Lonely Ghost. Let's see, number 7. Let's see here. Oh God, this is so hard. Oh, what's that vlog where Roman Atwood met Casey Neistat? That's a great vlog, too. Hang on. That's got to be on there, because I'll be honest, Roman Atwood doesn't make a lot of content anymore. And then, oh, God, when's the last time Casey Neistat made a video? He is my favorite YouTuber, but he needs to make more content. But here's the thing. He doesn't have to make any more fucking content. He's got like 12 million. He makes one video a month and he makes millions of dollars. It must be nice, my friends. It must be nice. Fears makes content almost every day. I only get a couple of cents here and there, you know, but he makes one. I'm envy of him. I'm not jealous of him, but it just must be nice. Yeah, I'll just slack off for a month, and then I'll just make it like one video a month. So, but I get it. He's got a wife. Now he's got, I think Casey Neistat's either got 3 kids now or 2 kids. So he's busy. Obviously with a wife and kid, it changes things. I understand. But man, it must be nice. Oh, yeah, I'll just make one video a month and then get millions of dollars. It must be nice. But let me figure out, what's that other vlog? Roman Atwood meets Casey Neistat. I just wish they would make more content. I really wish they would. Now, I'll be honest, Roman formed a new channel, so I subscribed to his new channel, and the new channel is just called Roman Atwood. So he's got Roman Atwood pranks, and then Roman Atwood vlogs, and now he's got his third one, just Roman Atwood. And it's already up to like 105,000, and he's only been doing his new content for like, I think a month now, something like that, or a couple of weeks. because I'm not exactly sure, but it's a new one. And he talked about his new one on his vlog channel. I don't know if he's given up on his vlog channel. I haven't looked. But he's been putting a lot of new content on his new channel. So, all right. The one vlog that I love, it's, let's see. Casey Neistat made his own version. He says 1 million views per vlog. That's Casey's version of whenever he met Roman. But I'm trying to find Roman Atwood's version of that vlog. I can't remember what it is. I can't remember the name of it. Well, since I can't find it, I'm going to put another one of Casey Neistat ones down. 1 million views per vlog, because that's his version, because Casey Neistat made a 10-minute movie about meeting Roman Atwood and his family, and he's at Roman's house. But I can't find the Roman Atwood. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should put Roman Atwood vlogs. I just put Roman Atwood. Roman Atwood vlogs meets Casey Neistat. No, I still can't find it. Well, that's going to have to do. I'm going to put Casey Neistat's down. 1 million views per vlog. That's the name. That's the name of the video. Whenever he met Roman, but I can't find Roman's version of the vlog. I know it's somewhere on the internet, but I just can't find it. All right, number 8, number 9, and number 10. God, this is so hard. It's hard to pick 10. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to pick just 10 videos because there's 1 million, YouTube videos out there, my friends. So, all right, let's see here. Let's see. Thrilling 3, Fears Man 1, Dragon pulling out a gun. Casey's vlog about meeting Wesley Snipes, Knight Rider short film, The Lonely Ghost, 1 million views per vlog, and then 8, 9, and 10. Probably, I do like Magnavolt. Whenever me and my friend Keegan, we made Magnavolt, that's another great short film that I'm really proud of. Magnavolt. And that was our recreation of that crappy commercial out of not RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2. Oh, wait. Is it Oh, it is RoboCop 2. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, oh, shit, I can't remember if it's RoboCop 1 or 2. It's 2. All right, number 9 and number 10. I gotta say, the very first video I ever uploaded on YouTube was my short film trailer. It's a trailer for my short film in college, 5150. It got like 500 views or something like that, like right off. That was the very first video I ever uploaded to Fears Man 26, the very first one ever. So 5150 trailer, and then Jason, I don't know if you still have it up, but that cabin video that we made, it was you, me, your other buddy, and I think your buddy shoots you in the leg in the short film, and then you shoot him back, and then your buddy punches me in the face. I'm in the doorway, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And he comes by, and he goes, fuck you, Fears, and he punches me like in the face or some shit. Whatever cabin video that was, it's on one. I don't remember if that's on Geodudes or one of your older channels, but that one, not only was it great to be in, I was like, Jason, I'm like, just let me have a cameo. And he's like, all right, Fear, stand in this doorway. And I don't remember much of it, but I remember the dude. I don't even remember the guy's name. I opened the door. You said action. I opened the door, and I said, who the fuck are you guys? I either said, who the fuck are you guys, or what the hell is going on, or something like that. And the guy runs up, and he punches me like right here, and then I fall down in the doorway. Whatever that was, it was some type of cabin video. Because we were at Jason's parents' cabin, which was really nice. Very nice. In the middle of nowhere. Kind of reminded me of Friday the 13th Part 3. It's real dark. Jason Voorhees could be fucking anywhere, you know. That was a great weekend, man. It sucks that part of the weekend I got a little sick. I had a Crohn's attack part of the weekend, but the other part of the weekend was great. So, I don't even remember what the short film was called, Jason, but I'm just going to put down Jason's Cabin short film. Because that one was great. Even though I had a cameo in it, it was great. And it was fun. It was fun to shoot that. Alright, there it is. Bam! Bam! There it is. Alright. Time for top 10 Nickelodeon TV shows. And most of them are going to be stuff from when I watched it as a kid. Because as an adult, I don't watch Nickelodeon anymore. 2, it's probably crap anyway. Because Nickelodeon back then, when I was a kid, was 10 times better than the crap they probably have on now. Not that I would know. Alright, number 1. Ren and Stimpy, man. Fucking Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, buddy. Ren and Stimpy. Number 2, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Awesome. Number 3, Double O Dare. Double Dare is the greatest game show, at least in my eyes. The 8 obstacles were amazing. I wish I could have ran the obstacle course. I really did. I wrote a letter a week as a kid, but I got a lot of cool souvenirs. The only reason why I didn't get to be on the show is because they said, we filmed the show in Florida and you're from Missouri, but they're like, it seems like you're a big fan because you write a letter a week. And I was. I wrote a letter a week. So yeah. I really wish I could have been, but I got to kind of meet Mark Summers. I got to talk to him on the phone for about an hour. That was pretty fucking cool. Double Dare. Alright, number 4. Salute Your Shorts. Salute Your Shorts was pretty good. Number 5, Hey Dude. Hey Dude was a great show. Now, I have that on DVD. I don't know if they ever put it to Blu-ray. Not yet, but I have it over there. I've already watched it. I think I've already reviewed that for you guys. I think I have. If I haven't, let me know, and I'll re-watch it, and I will re-review it for you guys. All right, number 5 is Hey Dude. Number 6... let's see here. I'd say Ren and Stimpy was probably my favorite Nickelodeon cartoon. But another good one was Real Monsters. That one was good too. Real Monsters. Number 7, Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's probably my second favorite game show of all time. I wanted to run the temple when I was a kid too. But see, they didn't have an address. Double Dare, I believe it was the only one that said, we want to hear from your fans. Write in. Legends of the Hidden Temple didn't do that. They didn't have an address where you could write. If they would have, I probably would have wrote a letter a week to them too. So, Legends of the Hidden Temple. All right, number 8. Let's see here. Probably The Secret World of Alex Mack. That one was pretty funny too. Like, she's walking home and a vat of chemicals, like, I forgot how the chemicals get on her, but I think some guy driving like an industrial truck, like, hits a stop sign and all these vats of chemicals fly out and hits her in the face or something. And then she gets like superpowers. Like, she can melt herself into a puddle of liquid and she can shoot yellow laser beams like out of her eyes and out of her fingers or some shit like that. But that was always a cool show, The Secret World. of Alex Mack. All right, number 9 and number 10. God, this is hard because I don't remember. Those are the ones that I remember that I watched, but I know there was a lot more shows than that when I grew up, or as I was growing up. Oh God, what are some other ones? Help me out here, guys. I would say Rugrats, Reptar Bars. That was a good show. Rugrats. That was a good cartoon. And I've said this many times. I love cartoons. I love cartoons. It doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 175. Cartoons are always fucking great. Or at least in my eyes, they are. All right. Number 10. Let's see here. Oh, what was that other TV show? Wild and Crazy Kids. That was a good one. It basically it had 3 hosts, and they would combine sports. Like you'd have to wear like flippers, like on your feet. Like one of the games was, they said we've got 2 teams and they have to wear flippers and they play soccer but with flippers on, and you have to like kick a ball into the goal but using flippers. Or something like that. It was always, they took 2 different sports like swimming and soccer and mixed it together. Or like, one of them was like human bowling ball, where someone slid down a hill of snow, and at the end of the hill they had these massive bowling pins, and whoever hit the most pins won. So they would take 2 activities or 2 sports and mix them together, or sometimes they would mix like 4 sports together and make a new sport, you know. So Wild and Crazy Kids, that was another, it was kind of a game show, but they just played weird, wacky sports, and whoever had the most points at the end of the show won that game, and then the next show they would do something different. So I'm going to put that one down for number 10. I think you guys remember this one. If you don't, let me know. But I used to watch that show all the time. All right, there it is. Top 10. Whoop, there it is. All right. But I've got everyone's suggestions right here for tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're going to be doing the top 10 Tim Burton films. Again, that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard because he's made a lot of good films. Number 10, the top 10 Tom Hanks films. Again, that's going to be hard because Tom Hanks is a great actor, and anything he acts in, he acts his ass off. But I will say this, for Tom Hanks, you got to put the Burbs in there, man. You know, that one comedy that he did, like Carrie Fisher's his wife. Princess Leia in that movie is his wife. And then he lives by some crazy, wacky family that's like killing people and like putting their bodies like in the backyard or some shit. So that'll definitely be on the list because not only is that movie, it's creepy, but it's funny. So yeah. So that'll definitely be on the list for tomorrow. And then the top 10 movie cars of all time. That one's going to be really hard. But I'm up for the challenge, my friends. All right. This pad's getting a little low. As soon as I finish this entire pad, I'm going to have to go to Walmart and get a new pad for more top 10s. So there we are. Or if somebody wants to send me a new one in fan mail, that would be great. By the way, if you want to send Fierce fan mail, which I do because I love my fans, send the fan mail to this address right here. And if you can't, write this down real quick, no problem. It's always in the description of every single live stream and video. Bump, bump. There it is. There it is. All right. Oh, God, I'm getting tired. We've already been going for an hour and 19 minutes. It's crazy how it goes by so fast, my friends. I think I'm going to save this review for tomorrow because I'm tired. And I'm hungry because I haven't had any food at all, except for that toast that I had early this morning. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to go take a little nap. I'm going to get some editing done. I'm going to eat some dinner. I'm going to take a shower. And then I'm going to mosey on off to work. But if you guys get a chance, this coffee's really good. Try this coffee. Pretty good. It's from Lava. Lava. That's right. Well, I'm taking off, my friends. But as always, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. But yeah. I'm glad to see that everybody had a good Memorial Day. I don't know what you guys did for your Memorial Day. I asked the fans to put it in the chat. I don't think anyone did, but I'm sure you guys had a great Memorial Day. I hope you had a good Memorial Day. Mine was pretty good. It was a tiny bit emotional because, you know, I miss my dad even more on those days, you know, but I miss my dad every day, you know. It sucks. It sucks not having him here. It really does. And I do miss the big things about my dad, but it's more the little things. I miss calling him up, just talking. I miss asking. My dad was really smart. I'm not saying I'm not smart, but my dad was smarter than me, for sure. I'm a pretty smart guy. But my dad, he was a smart cookie, my friends. So I miss getting advice from my dad. Just giving him a hug. You know, just the little things. But I know I would rather him not be in pain. Because it really sucked towards the end to watch my dad suffer. That was one of the hardest things. I could tell he was in a lot of pain. But my dad never gave up, which I admire about him. He's like, yeah, fuck this cancer. He's like, I'm going to kick this cancer's ass. And my dad never gave up, not even at the bitter end. He never gave up. So if I ever got something like that, I'd be like, all right, cancer, fuck you, bring it on. You know, and fears would fight to the bitter end, just like my dad. But, I'm glad my dad's not in any pain anymore, but I do miss him a lot. I do miss him a lot. And Randall gave me an idea. He was like, Fears, one of the Fears Man episodes we should dedicate to your dad. I was like, oh, that's a great idea, Randall. I said, that's a really good idea. Because I honored my grandpa. My grandpa, he's in, Randall did a cartoon version of my grandpa and put him in the background of Fears Man 4, I believe. So I said, Randall, if I gave you a couple of pictures of my dad, do you think you could draw a cartoon version of my dad? And he goes, yeah. He goes, we could put him somewhere. And I said, but we should give him a couple of lines. I said, we should have somebody. I said, we should find one of my friends or me. I said, I can play my dad. I said, I kind of know how my dad sounds. And but then Randall was like, I don't know, it may be a little bit too emotional to play your dad, Fears. And I was like, yeah, maybe. But at some point, we're going to put my dad somewhere in a Fears Man cartoon, now that Fears Man 5 is done, and do a way to honor my dad, and probably dedicate that episode to my dad, you know, so. Let's see. Vision says, Norm used to say that if you die in battle with cancer, it ends in a draw because the cancer also dies. So at least he didn't lose the battle with cancer. Exactly, Visions. Exactly. Like, nobody wants to see their family members in pain. You know, that was one of the toughest things I ever had to sit through. Like, and I got a lot of hangout time with my dad towards the end. Like, I remember you guys were saying in the chat, they're like, Fears, do not be a fucking idiot. Fly home immediately. And I pretty much quit my security job because my boss was being a dick. And he only gave me like 2.5 weeks, but he's like, Fears, I understand your situation. He's like, but you got to get back to work, man. He goes, you've already been gone 2.5 weeks. And I was like, let me tell you, I'll be honest, Visions, and everybody else, I got a little pissed. I'm on the phone. I said, you listen to me and you listen good. No job is more important than my dad. I said, my dad, his days are numbered. I said, if I have to quit or if you have to fire me, go ahead. I don't care. I said, I'm not leaving my dad's side. I'm not even kidding. So I said, either respect my wishes, I said, or I'll just quit. And he was like, all right, Fears, do what you need to do. And I said, all right. I said, then I quit then. I said, you know, I didn't say fuck you, but in my mind I said fuck you. I remember him saying, all right, Fears, well, do what you need to do. He goes, but I'm telling you, he goes, if you miss any work, it's not going to end well. I said, listen. I said, then I quit then. I said, I quit. I said, that's fine. You know, because I was not going to leave my dad's side. And literally within a couple of days of me saying that, that's when my dad passed away. So my mom was like, well, yeah, your dad's important, but what about work? I said, Mom, I said, there's a million jobs out there. I said, the minute I get back to Florida, I said, I'll find another job, which I did. It only took me like a week, maybe 2 weeks to find the job at FedEx. I called my mom. I was like, yep, I'm good. My mom's like, oh, wow, you found a job that quick? I said, yeah. I said, at this point, I said, I would have took anything. I said, Mom, Dad's more important. I said, when I get back home, I said, I'll work at fucking McDonald's if I have to. I said, I don't give a shit. I said, Dad's more important. You know? So I'm glad I took your guys' advice, and you're like, Fears, go home fucking now. And I did. And I got a lot of hangout time with my dad, and I cherish that hangout time. But that is true, Visions. So nobody, you know, like my dad did not lose the battle, you know, because I'm glad the cancer died. Because man, I don't want to get too emotional right now talking about it, but you can tell when someone's in pain. I could tell, you know. Sometimes it got too much, and I had to step outside the hospital door, you know. And then a few times I went to the lounge and got not the BK lounge. I went to the hospital lounge and I had to get some coffee. I had to step away because, like, whew, it was hard to sit there. But my dad was a trooper, man. My dad never gave up. And I remember when they transported him to the hospice, which pretty much when you get to the hospice, they just make the people feel comfortable. There's nothing that they can do. All the nurses, literally, not just once, a couple of times said, we admire your attitude about it. My dad's like, well, like, I'm not going to complain. I think he said something. I don't remember exactly what my dad said, but my dad said something to the effect of, I'm not going to complain because it won't do any good. And he said, I'm just going to enjoy my last couple of days, my last couple of weeks, my last couple of whatever, you know. Eventually, they released my dad, and my dad got to, from the hospice, and he got to spend a bunch of time at home. And so then he went home, and then when it got even worse, then my mom put him back in the hospital, and then that's when he passed away in the hospital. So he went from the hospital to the hospice, and then home for a couple of weeks, and then when it got even more bad. But see, when he got home, it seemed like he had more energy, and things were looking up, and I was like, hey, it looks like he's getting better. That was just my wishful thinking, and then, but it seemed like my dad enjoyed more at home, probably because nobody wants to be stuck in a hospital bed, you know, in the hospice. As nice as the hospice was, it's still a hospital, you know. So I think he had more energy and he had more good vibes because he was at home, you know. But then when he got even worse, they had to put him back. My mom put him back in the hospital. And they were like, I remember the doctor saying, I'm glad you brought him back to the hospital, but there's nothing we really can do. He goes, we can make him comfortable. My mom's like, just make him feel as comfortable as possible. So, but he passed away very peacefully. They put him on morphine, and then I remember I said, hey, Mom, I said, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. Like, do you or my brother or my brother's wife want anything? And they were like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, can you get us some coffee? And I said, yeah, sure. I went and got a couple of coffee, brought the coffee back, and then when I came back, I could tell, like, he was asleep, and then when the nurse came in, we had finished our coffee, and then the nurse came in to check on him, and she kind of looked at him. My dad hadn't snored or said anything in about 15, 20 minutes, and then I remember the nurse checked his heart or checked his pulse or something, and then she looked over and said, I'm so sorry, like, within the last couple of minutes, he must have passed away, and then that's when it happened, so I'm glad that he passed away peacefully. You know, there was no pain. Thank God. Thank God, you know, because, but yeah, I miss him. I miss him a lot. I'm definitely, whenever I go visit my mom and my brother, and my brother's wife, because now she's part of the family, and she's the nicest. My brother couldn't have picked a more nicer girl. She's kind of like a sister to me now. She's very nice. She's very sweet. We always get along, me and her. Of course, I'm going to hang out with Eric and all those guys, but definitely, as soon as I get home, I'm going to go visit my grandma. because I haven't went to go visit my grandma since she passed away, so I'm going to go put some flowers on my grandma's grave, and then my dad is next. Or I may go visit my dad first and then my grandma. Whatever comes first. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go before the waterworks start, because it's very emotional sometimes to talk about all that. But I'm glad he's at peace. I really am, and I'm sorry to all the fans that have lost somebody, especially if they were in the armed forces. But I appreciate the armed forces. I thank the armed forces for all your service. Doesn't matter what service you're in. I thank them all. You know. And my friend, I don't know if he joined last year or the year before, but whenever Trump made the new service, the Space Force, my friend was already in. I think he was in the Army or something, and he was in another arm, and I didn't even know you could do this, but he said, "Hey, Fears," he goes, "I think I'm going to go from this armed force, and I'm going to transfer to the Space Force." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty fucking cool, man," because I didn't know you could do that. Apparently, you can. And he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "You just finish doing your term, or you're doing your service in one, and then if you want to go to another one, you can." I said, "I didn't know you could do that." And he goes, "Well," he goes, "I think that's a cool service that Trump formed." And I admit, Trump's pretty crazy, but ever since I was 5 years old, I've always loved like space and the universe and wondering what the fuck is out there, because nobody really knows. So for him to make a Space Force, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm taking off, but that's all for today. But tomorrow, I'm going to be reviewing this, and I'm going to pick a movie, but off camera. I'm going to surprise you guys and watch something tonight, so I have something to review tomorrow. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to The Fears Man on TikTok, FearsMan26. Fears Vlogs, channel number 2 on YouTube, FearsMan26, the main channel. That's right, my friends. Follow Larry Tate at Larry Tate on YouTube. Follow, let's see, who have I not done in a while? Visions, Lord Visions at www.exhumvisions.com. Visions, I haven't promoted your website in quite a while, so I hope you don't mind. Follow Pixel, Lord of the Pylons at Pixel Protocol. Pixel, as much as I love your wrestling channel, man, you got to get on some more content on Pixel Protocol, man. I love the convention footage. Pixel, get on the convention footage, my friend. Get on it. Get on it. And last, but certainly not least, follow Randall, Lord of the Magic at Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. All right, this is Fears, signing off. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow, my friends. Peace. Deuces. I'll see you guys later.